Hey, this is Rick. Welcome back to my channel. Rick Loves Maria. Today I wanted to give you a couple of other recommendations for for if you're getting into driving the truck like I did. The first day when I got my truck, the first thing I did was go to Walmart and get a small microwave and a fairly small refrigerator. And when I say fairly small, I like ice cream and stuff like that, so I wanted to have a freezer. So get a refrigerator that has a separate freezer door, or refrigerator and freezer. One that you can put like a couple gallons drinks in. I carry a gallon of milk with me because I have to have my cereal in the morning. The other thing I recommend is a small microwave. You don't want one that uses too many watts because the truck runs on the inverter, and if you're using too many watts, it'll constantly trip the inverter, and it just makes the engine start on the truck to recharge the batteries and stuff sooner. So I just got a small microwave there. I don't even know the brand. It was something like $70 at Walmart, 65 or 70. The fridge that I got, I ended up the first fridge I got. I don't remember the brand, but I took it back. It didn't last 3 months. The one brand that I have now is Galen's, G-A-L-E-N-Z. Never heard of it before, but it has a separate freezer door on top from the refrigerator door on the bottom. And the thing I like about it is when you open the bottom door, a light comes on, so you can see what you're grabbing inside there. So that's kind of nice. And so far, that has it's been 3 months. That has lasted 3 months so far. In the truck, when you're driving, there's a lot of bouncing that happens. The roads are terrible out here. You're constantly hitting potholes. I mean, you really can't avoid them. What are you going to do? Swerve and go out of your lane and hit something else, right, on the side? So, I mean, you pretty much just have to hit the potholes or whatever's in the road ahead of you. So there's a lot of bouncing that happens in here. I can hear little stuff rattling around under the refrigerator there, whatever it is. And so far, this Galen's one has held up pretty well. You're going to want to stock your refrigerator and your freezer full of food, whatever things you like. Whatever some of your favorites are. You're going to want to get a bunch of drinks that fit into the large cup holder in the truck. There's actually 3 cup holders here on this truck, and down by the seat there's a thing for like a thermos. So I do sometimes I take a sip like this while I'm driving along. But sometimes I'll go through a couple of drinks on a 600-mile drive. So keep some drinks beside you. I wish that the cup holders in the truck would keep the drinks either hot or cold. My suggestion to the truck manufacturers would be to put a switch on each one, whether you want it hot or cold, and let that automatically keep your drink to the right temperature. Hopefully that'll be an improvement that they can make in future trucks. Some of the food that I like are like these things, and I have no connection with the brand or anything, but there's a couple of companies out there making these quick meals, and these microwave in 1 minute, and they are pretty delicious. They make a couple different ones, some with beef, with chicken. There's one with beef I think has mashed potatoes. There's one with chicken that has pasta, and they're very good. But you don't have to fill up your refrigerator with those, which is nice. You can just stock them in a cabinet in your truck. I keep a lot of snacks too in my truck. Rice Krispie bars, energy bars, something that I can reach up here and grab if I'm getting hungry as I'm driving down the road, and I can just reach up here and grab a Rice Krispie treat or something like that. Okay, a couple of things. Of course, I keep some napkins up here right above my head and stuff like that. Keep some gum handy. And so that's kind of some of my recommendations about the truck. The other thing I would keep is, or I would get right away, is whatever you're going to sleep on back there, if it's a sleeping bag or whatever, make sure you have comfortable pillow and comfortable towel, blanket, whatever you like to sleep on. Now sometimes, especially like this summer, it's kind of hot out here. So what I bought at one of the truck stops was this fan. Just plugs into a cigarette lighter, and it does oscillate, but it only has one speed. And I find that to be really helpful to keep the wind blowing on me. I even just run it at night and just blow it on me at night. The one thing about these Freightliners back there where you're sleeping, I wish that they had put a power outlet or USB outlet right there on the control panel. But instead they put it down there on the floor on the opposite side. But anyway, that's just a few suggestions that I have for new drivers who are starting out. The refrigerator on this truck has a pad over there on the floor, and it has straps that strap it to the floor. Well, those straps don't hold very well. That thing bounces around and moves as I'm driving down the road. And mine, well, actually the door flung open while I'm driving down the road. So I had to put a bungee cord across from the bed to hook it underneath the passenger seat in order to keep the door from flopping open while I'm driving down the road, because the time that it happened, all my stuff emptied out on the floor in here, and of course I had another hour to drive, and so the whole time I'm driving, it's thawing out over here on the floor. So that's one thing I learned the hard way, on to keep that bungee cord on there when the truck is in motion. I keep a trash bag handy. It seems like every day I'm throwing out a bag of trash. It's amazing to me. I'm a very trashy person. I generate too much trash. So that's some of my recommendations there. So that's about all I can think of for that. I wanted to talk some more today also about the K1 visa status, and there may be thousands of people out there like me that are stuck, especially if your fiance is in the Philippines. If she's in the Philippines, their embassy hasn't processed any K1 visas. The only exception is if there is a child which is about to age out, which means turn 18, or if there's some sort of a medical issue, then you can get what was it? I can't remember the exact terminology, but there's some special thing you can apply for that's right on the tip of my tongue, but I can't remember the exact terminology. But you can fill out some special application to try to get your case bumped up to the front of the line. And we don't meet any of those. And there's thousands of K1 applicants like me that don't meet that. Some of them have sued the government. There was a lawsuit over it, but The lawyer wants $2,000. I looked into it. The lawyer wants $2,000 in order to add me to the case, and there's still no guarantee that that'll work. It has worked for some people though. And one gentleman, one YouTuber, he got his fiance here from Thailand. Well, Thailand's completely different from the Philippines, but so he's lucky that he was able to get her here. So Philippines, as far as I know, everything is still on hold. And I know a couple other K1 applicants like myself. We keep in touch. We text once a month and keep in touch with the status. But there's such a backlog now. It's just terrible. At least our status is back to being active and ready, waiting. Yeah. So we're waiting. They're supposed to contact her when she can schedule. She also checks the website every day. There's a website where you can go on and try to schedule, and she checks that too every day just to see if she can schedule. We don't know when that's going to be, but I think it's going to have to be after the Philippines does a vaccination with all of their citizens. And right now, I don't see them vaccinating. Apparently they've done a little bit. They've received a huge donation of vaccines from the U.S., but I don't see them out there jabbing arms and putting them. I don't hear of anything of them getting them in people's arms, and I don't understand why not. They have a lot of nurses over there in the Philippines. A lot of them come here to work to the States, but anyway, they could just go ahead and start getting jabs in arms, and that would help out a great deal. So yeah, basically Maria's there with her daughter, the two that I want to bring here to the U.S. Her dad's feeling better, thank you. I think he just had a common cold or something, some symptoms of a common cold. But at his age, with the diabetes that he has, you got to be careful. You can't take any risks. So, anyway, yeah, trying to get them here is just like it's I don't know what to compare it to. It's like harder than anything I've ever tried to do in my life. And see, now that I don't have an apartment right now, I got to get a place here where I can bring them to. So I'm taking some time off this week. I'm running down to Florida, and I'm going to look around a little and see what I can find. I'm starting to make enough money driving the truck here where I'm going to be able to save up some. My goal is by December to not be driving in the cold. My goal is to be somewhere warm. And so yeah, I'm looking at Florida. I'm looking at houses in Florida. The trouble is, the housing market has caught such fire that all the prices have just gone sky high, ridiculous down there. So I'm looking at other options down there too. So I'm going to ride down this week before July 4th and look around a little in the area near where I need to be for me to stay with rail, and which is Jacksonville. Mainly Jacksonville, but there's a couple of small towns around the area. So I'm gonna go down there, and I'm gonna also take a look at a boat. So I don't know. I'm just at least gonna take a look at it. It's an option. and then I'm just going to drive back. I'm going to stop and visit some friends. You know, I got enough friends that give me a place to stay for a night on the way down there and the way back. So I'm going to go down there for a couple of days and check things out. See if I can find some place down there. And what else is going on? Not much else going on. Rail, it's going good with rail. I've got 6 months. I got 60,000 miles. I may try to stay out longer next month. I might try to stay out longer so that I can try to earn more money. It's hard, but you know, when I go home, right now I'm staying with my sister, like I told you. So I'd much rather have my own place. So the next few months I'm going to work hard at it and try to make that happen. All right. Cool. Another rail driver just showed up, dropping a trailer. There's 2,500 rail trucks out here driving around. I see them all the time, every day, in the weirdest places. The weirdest places. Sometimes I'm going to get on an interstate from a residential neighborhood, you know, and I turn the corner and go to get on the entrance ramp, and there's a rail truck. And there's a rail truck coming up behind me. It's like, you got to be kidding me. I mean, I see them all over the place. So anyway, it is a good company. Yeah, they could pay me better. They could pay me more money. But you know, at 6 months, I'm at 6 months. What can I say? I heard that they ask if you want to be a trainer. I don't know that I want to train other drivers. I mean, I think I could, and I think I would be okay at that. However, I snore at night, and I have to get up and use the restroom a couple times each night. I don't think anybody's going to want to put up with me in the same truck. I don't think anybody's going to want to be in the same truck with me. During the day, I think we'd be fine going down the road, driving, teaching, and all that. No problem. At night, I think it would be terrible. I think they'd want to jump out of the truck and run. So anyway, that's just my problem. I snore. I know it. It's a gift from my dad. Not much I can do about it. So, what do, you know? Alright. Well, y'all stay safe. I may take a video if I get down to Florida. I might try to drop by a beach. I might try to visit some friends. And I might try to make some more interesting videos. I know that in my videos I don't show you much work, actual work, because I don't want to talk to when I'm driving down the road, I want to focus on my driving. If I'm unhooking or hooking a trailer, opening doors, all those sorts of things, I don't want to be talking to a camera. If I had someone else here to hold the camera for me, yeah, maybe. But I just want to focus on doing the work when I'm working. And like right now I'm on a break, really. So I'm only gonna talk to the camera while I'm not working. I'm not trying to focus on something else at the same time. Alright, thank you. Y'all stay safe. That's our status. Let me know if you have any questions. I'd be glad to try to answer them, either about the K1, about driving for rail, anything else. I wish I knew someone in Florida who had a house and a boat dock, and they would let me stay there. for free or something, or let me use their dock. Because I may buy a boat. I don't know. If you know anybody, let me know. I want to try to get down there before this winter. Thanks. Talk to you soon. Bye.